everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Morgan with Good Foods My Mood, and today, since it's November and it's starting to get a little chilly, not really yet here in Florida, I wanted to do something a little bit more cozy and comforting for the recipe. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a version of a recipe my way with a little substitute of a little bit more nutritious ingredients. But I'm going to teach you how to make a buffalo style mac and cheese. This recipe is completely customizable, and in the description I am going to provide a way of how I would make this recipe 100% vegan. This recipe is not vegan, it does have dairy, it has cheese, but I do like to alternate between dairy and non-dairy options. So I do use almond milk, unsweetened, instead of regular milk in this recipe, but you can totally use real milk, whatever. And I'm going to be using organic chicken. Leave the chicken out if you don't eat chicken. If you're vegetarian, just don't put chicken. You can use a different vegetarian substitute, whatever you like. You could use Beyond Beef, literally anything would be great in this. I'm going to be using Greek style yogurt. You do not have to use Greek style, it's just what I prefer. Greek style, the yogurt is strained further, so there's less sugar in it, and I always get unsweetened, just plain Greek style yogurt, nothing else in it. And we're gonna making a roux with our milk for our mac and cheese. I am going to be trying something new. I'm going to be using chickpea flour instead of conventional flour. You can totally use flour you just have at home. Use whatever you have. Don't go out and buy something crazy. But for our pasta for our mac and cheese, I'm going to be using chickpea pasta from the 365 Whole Foods brand. You can use regular pasta, whole wheat pasta, whatever you have at home, just use that. And then we're going to need an onion, garlic, 2 types of cheeses. I am going to use mozzarella and sharp cheddar. We are going to need a hot sauce or a buffalo sauce, whichever you prefer. The first step in this recipe is to cook your chicken or your protein, and if you're not doing that, just skip this step. So I'm going to just cook some chicken and then shred it with a fork and get it nice and shredded and perfect to go in this mac and cheese. So I'll see you when the chicken's done. Pro tip, always get your significant other to shred all the cheese for you on a cheese grater. Always buy your cheese on a block, not pre-packaged. The pre-packaged cheese has lots of caking agents to get it to stick together, so always just buy it, shred it yourself, get someone else to do it, and there you go. Little side note, it's our cat's 10th birthday, so happy birthday to our little baby child. I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken here. I shredded it with 2 forks, and I'm going to season it now with 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon, or we'll do 2 teaspoons of paprika, and then I'm going to season it with salt and pepper and call the chicken done. Now we are going to make our cheese sauce. I have a generous amount of olive oil in the pan, and now I'm going to add a whole onion. Use whatever onion you have, totally doesn't matter. We are going to let this onion saute for a couple minutes and get nice and translucent. While we're waiting, we're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven to 375. Now we are going to add about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Finely chop both the onions and the garlic, and we're going to turn that down a little bit and let that cook a few more minutes. While that's cooking, I went ahead and transferred my chicken and my pasta into an oven-safe baking container, and we will put the cheese sauce on top and mix it all around and top it with cheese and bake it in the oven. Now that it's getting more translucent, I'm going to add more olive oil so we can make our roux. I tend to use olive oil instead of butter. If you want to use butter, you can use butter, but I like using olive oil. I am going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour to start, and we'll see. This step is very important for your sauce to thicken and to become a yummy cream sauce that you know mac and cheese as. Keep an eye on this very closely, don't walk away. whisk it really well and let it thicken up with the onions. Okay, once you get like that pasty consistency and the onions are super thick like this, it's pretty much time to put your liquid in. I'm going to put 2 cups of almond milk to start, and we'll see if we need more. So this next step, you just whisk it all, and the sauce has to thicken up, so it takes a minute, but it is well worth the wait. Yeah, I'm gonna add another cup of milk. So it's 3 cups of milk altogether. Use whatever milk you prefer. Vegan, dairy-free, not vegan, use whatever. We are going to salt it pretty heavily. 2 tablespoons of paprika. You can use smoked, but I just have regular, but use whatever you have. Let it bubble a little, and that helps the sauce get thicker. See, it's already starting to get thicker a little bit. Needs more time. Okay, it's a lot thicker now. The cheese is also going to help it thicken up, so we're gonna add some cheese now and turn it down so it's not bubbling anymore. We are going to add about 4 ounces of mozzarella and 4 ounces of sharp cheddar right in there. We are also going to add a cup of Greek yogurt. Give that a good mix. Okay. Are going to add like a 1/4 cup of the hot sauce to start, or the buffalo sauce, whatever you choose to use. We are going to see, so cheesy. We're gonna see how spicy it is, see if we need to add more. This is definitely a to taste thing. If you like it really spicy, make it really spicy. If you don't do that. I'm gonna turn this off since it's already so hot, it's gonna melt. See if it's too spicy or if I can add some more. Definitely gonna add another 1/4 cup. It's not spicy at all. Still not spicy. Okay, I'm gonna add the whole bottle. So probably about a cup of your sauce, depending on how spicy it is. I don't think this is very spicy. So I would just keep adding and tasting until you feel like it's the right heat level for you, because everyone is different. I'm not crazy about super spicy things, but Thomas is. Now that that is done, I'm going to transfer the sauce on top of our chicken. And try not to make a mess. I recommend just doing a little bit at once and then mixing it all around, because that's probably the best way to not make a mess. Okay, everything looks coated. We're gonna even it out. This next step is optional, but delicious. I'm gonna top it with some more cheese on top, just to get that nice crust. So now we are going to put this in the oven, and I'll see you when it's done. I just took it out of the oven. I cooked it for about 35 minutes. You can do it however long you want. If you just want the cheese to melt, just do that. I wanted it to get a little crispy, so I'm gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes before I cut into it and show you guys what it looks like. I am going to cut a little bit out of here. Let's see. Give it a taste test. That looks so good. It's super, super hot, but that looks delicious. It's nice and crispy on the outside, nice and creamy on the inside, just how it should be. Thomas has the day off, so he's here hanging out with me. He's gonna give it a taste and see what he thinks. It's hot. No?
It's very, very good.
Yummy. 10
Very
out of 10?
I'll give it a 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yummy, 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 yummy. Thank you guys so much for watching and making this delicious buffalo chicken mac and cheese with me. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and comment if you're gonna try this recipe and what you think. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Stay safe.